Hi, welcome back to Guessagaingaming. So today I'm back in Watch Dogs Legion and I'm just going to play a very small part of a mission for the reason I'm going to tell you. The mission's called London Protectors, which is one of the missions near the end of the game. It's where you're going up against the CEO of Albion, Nigel Cass, so it's pretty near the end. And the reason I'm going to just do a little bit of it on the channel is because I don't often do missions in Watch Dogs Legion on the channel. I think I've only ever done two. One was one where you're breaking into one of the major information centres, and I did that quite a while back. And then also I did the one where you're, I can't remember what it's called now, where you're flying a small drone through inside a computer. It's a tiny micro drone. It's a very annoying mission, and then by googling it I realised it was very annoying, so I decided to make a video about it when I completed it, because I failed it a million times. But in general I decided not to make videos about the missions, one because they're quite long usually, and secondly because especially the ones near the end it will be spoilers for the game, and I didn't want to do that. And I'm not going to make a whole video about this, although this wouldn't be spoilers because it's not going to be. But even if I did the whole mission, it wouldn't be. You're going up against Nigel Cass and you've got to kill him, so that's what it is. But the reason I'm going to make the video is because when you've not played this game much, so if you're starting out, or if you don't know what to expect, which is actually me in this mission, because although I play this game tons, I play it in a casual way. You probably noticed from the way I do the videos, so I'll play like the middle part of the game a lot. So I'll play the middle missions, I'll play the DLC missions, I'll play the 404 contracts, and then I'll just keep either doing 404 contracts or getting rid of agents or picking up new agents to get new missions. And I know the missions, but it's just because it's fun and it's casual and I like the game. So I don't often get to the very end of the game. It's a while since I played to the end actually, and I think this game is difficult at the beginning because when you've only got the 3 agents you get at the beginning, I've usually got 4 because I've got one that I got free with DLC when I got the season pass, so I've usually got 4. But when you get the 3 or 4 agents at the beginning and they haven't got the special things, which are basically silencer weapons and the invisibility cloak, which are both very useful, the invisibility cloak which also hides people you've knocked out, it can be very difficult. And I think I've been down to 1 agent out of 4 because the other 3 got killed, and if all your agents die you lose basically. So at the beginning of the game it's difficult. The middle of the game I would say is not. Once you've got the things I mentioned and you've got quite a lot of agents, you can afford to lose 1 obviously, or 2, and also you've got the tools to do it whoever you're using really. And the missions are, some are difficult, more fiddly, like I said, that mission with the micro drone, but not difficult in that you're going to get outgunned and that's going to be a problem. There are a few where you do something and you'll be suddenly chased by tons of Albion, but they can happen even if you're doing very minor missions, so that's just is what it is. You never know. That's what I like about this game. You can go and do a mission, the same mission, which is rescue somebody, go and do a 404 contract, and one time you'll just get away and drive away with a van or pick up somebody, rescue somebody. The next time there'll be loads of Albions or Clan Kelly waiting to ambush you, and it'll be a real difficult thing to get away. So you don't know what you're going to get. But the end of the game can be difficult. The missions are long, they're often very hard, and if you don't know or you don't remember, what I would suggest is by now you can have as many agents as you want and it'll be easy to get them. Use agents you either don't think are going to be any use, or agents you don't particularly give a thing about, because if you're like me, maybe you're not, but if you're playing this game you probably will be, and if you've got to this point in the game you certainly will be. If you've got agents that, whether they've got good items or not, that you've just had them a long time and you just really feel attached to them, and I think you need to play this game. I think if you play the game and you don't care about any of your agents, you won't like it. You have to kind of get with what it is and feel bonds and feel bothered about the ones, especially the agents you use a lot or the ones you've had a long time. So what you do is you use a random agent. This guy is a random spy, actually he's a spy, so he's not some useless agent, but what it is it's easy to get spies in this game. So I'm just going to change what he's got. But yeah, you just get a random agent who you don't particularly have a feeling for. I think I've used him a few times before, but and use them. So what you do is I'm going to use this guy just to suss out the mission, to see how it is, to see what I can expect. He may die, he may complete the mission, who knows, but I don't think he will, because he's not got a machine gun or a real powerful gun, but we'll see. And then if they die before they get to the main part of the mission, you'll know kind of what to expect. So that's what I would suggest you do with missions in this game. When you've got the agents and you don't know what to expect, which you won't, especially if you've not played it before. I'll use the silencer pistol. Then I would suggest you just use someone as a kind of fall guy, as it were. So send someone in. So I'm learning all the time what I'm going to be up against. I've learned there actually is quite a lot of guards.
Won't be in his lifetime. Not if I ever say it.
And what I've learned already, which I didn't remember, because I didn't actually, is that this part's actually quite a fight. When you kind of get into this bit, how they kind of like talk about this is it's going to be no one left except the boss man. But actually you can see it's not like that. So I've learnt a lot. Even now that I'm getting killed a bit, or quite a lot, I'm learning a lot. And by now, because there's not that much of the game left to go, if you don't know what you're doing and you're worried about getting killed, always go invisible, because that'll give you a bit of a break. But at this stage of the game, you're not going to need all your agents anymore. You're not going to need that many. So I'll just hide here for a minute. Oh, I haven't got a shotgun, so. So just use 2 or 3 if you need to work out how you need to do the mission, because usually, and often in these missions, in most games actually, part of it will be finding out where you need to go. Part of it's finding out what the enemy strength is, and part of it's finding out where you need to go. So what I'm going to try and find out now is where I need to go. Yeah, you can die. Later in game as well, they've got, once Albion, they kind of, I wouldn't say they upgrade, but I wouldn't say they upgrade, but what they kind of do is they develop new things, and one of the things they get not that long into the game is kind of a grenade launcher thing, and then they get little drones that their guys have that fire grenades at you and follow you around, and they place turrets, and they can be really difficult sometimes. I know it says I can disable that, but I'd rather kill it. Disable doesn't mean you disable it for good, it just means you get a little bit of respite. So what I'm learning is, I don't think any reinforcements, that's another thing I wanted to find out. So I don't think in this part, and like I said, I'm only remembering it vaguely as I start playing it again, I don't think any reinforcements come. So what I'm also learning is if I actually go around and kill everything, I might just set that up and maybe I can get that to fly into that. If you actually kill everything here, however you do it, you won't actually need to bother. You can just do everything else at your leisure. So you can see they've got some pretty missiles. I think I have one with missiles. Cool. playthrough. There's the one through that. Oh, there's a couple of those. That can be difficult. See, they got bombs, they got ray guns, they got gas grenades. And I'm being a bit more cavalier than I would be if I was doing this in a different way, because I'm doing it just to kind of show you and to see when you're gassed or when you can't shoot straight. That's how that works. So why am I bothering? Is a good question. Yeah, just stand up to it, man. One more. Yeah. Okay, so that has been a really interesting little experiment. I've not got into the main part of the mission because that's inside the White Tower. We're at the Tower of London, that's the White Tower in case you're wondering where we were. But what I've discovered is basically you won't be able to stealth this. I've seen how this and how many guards there are around. You won't be able to stealth it. Even if you've got a silencer, and even if you've got you will have the silencer on somebody and you'll have an invisibility cloak, but you won't be able to stealth this. You're going to end up fighting somebody. There's so many drones and turrets, so just go in expecting to have to kill everything. And as you've seen with what I've done, once you do that, you can basically take your time. I don't know where this. It's a key somewhere. Someone I killed. And I didn't pick up their key, which is something I normally would do, but I wasn't paying proper attention. I thought I killed all of these. No way. Okay, so yeah, a good thing to do, but obviously you can't do it when you're being murdered a lot, or attempted murdered a lot, is pick up keys. But yeah, I didn't notice that key thing. So yeah, so basically I've learned a lot by doing this. I haven't died, although I've not been desperately trying not to. I've learnt that there's quite a lot of defenders, but there's no reinforcements coming. They often have the ability to call reinforcements, but I'm assuming because of the state of the game, and that I mean the fact that the leader of Albion is already kind of hiding and he's going to be under arrest. He hasn't got many people to call other than the ones already there. So I found that out. I found out what I need to do. I found out what sort of level enemies there are. Bearing in mind that I've been using a silenced revolver on all these. If I had a machine gun or a shotgun, I would think a machine gun or a rifle might be better than a shotgun, because shotguns you need close range. But if I had one of those, I would have been breezing this bit, and I've not done badly considering I wasn't particularly trying not to die. So that's what you do. So I've unlocked the secret security at the Tower of London, and I can now go in and try and kill Nigel Cass, which I won't do on video because it's quite a difficult thing, but it's not something you need to. It is what it is. If you've got to this point in the game, you'll know how combat is. It's a combat mission. There's various bits you have to keep shooting at. I can't remember exactly, but you need good guns. Yeah. Okay, so that's just something I thought I'd share. Like I said, I don't often do late missions. In fact, I've never done a late mission on the channel, but as it's a game I talk about so often and I play so often, as I started this, I just thought I would. So thanks for watching Guessagaingaming. Until next time, take care for now.